purpose of this video, our presentation will be based on the topic of how motivation affects job performance and satisfaction. In the movie Horrible Bosses, motivation has many influencing aspects that can be factored into whether an employee is satisfied with their job or not. Short clips from the film will be shown while an analysis of the situation will be provided, followed by solutions and recommendations we believe as a group will eliminate and prevent employees from suffering a lack of motivation.
Here Nick shows an example of intrinsic motivation where he feels a sense of progress because he believes his 8 years of work under his boss Harkin is finally going to pay off with a promotion. The expectancy theory says that an employee will be motivated to exert a high level of effort when he or she believes that the effort will lead to performance, that good performance will lead to organizational rewards such as promotion in this given scenario, and that the rewards will satisfy his or her personal goals. Because of the promotion, Nick is motivated to continue working in the company, which is an example of normative commitment.
Here, we will evaluate Harkin's personality since it is considered to be an important determinant of motivation, attitudes, performance, and leadership. In terms of agreeableness, Harkin is not a friendly or approachable boss and is definitely not flexible when it comes to employees being a minute late for work. This highly affects motivation on Nick's behalf because he is accused of lying, which damages the employee-employer relationship, and this may also lower Nick's level of self-esteem.
See, this is what concerns me, Nick. You're a punctual guy. You know the importance of being here right at 6 a.m., which is what leads me to think that there must be something wrong with the internal clock on our security system.
May have been a minute late.
Well, no, but according to this, you were 2 minutes late. So either you're a liar, or this system is off by a full minute.
In order to remedy Nick's demotivation, managers should attempt to communicate and form better relationships with their employees in hopes of increasing their motivation to work and creating a more positive environment for staff.
Morning, everyone. So, I have finally decided who I want to be our new Senior Vice President of Sales. He's right here in this room. It's me.
What do you say?
I've decided to absorb the responsibilities of the Senior VP position into my own.
Harkin thwarted Nick's ability to complete Maslow's hierarchy of needs by keeping him on the esteem level. He humiliated him and potentially caused his self-worth to diminish. He may also have less respect for himself because he is not fighting this major injustice. This may lead to a self-image of disgust, resentment, and lack of integrity. As a manager, Harkin should realize his responsibility to ensure that his employees' self-esteem does not fall below a certain point because it will affect the morale of other employees and potentially damage the quality and productivity of their work. Harkin should have talked to Nick in a private setting and discussed why he did not receive the position. This would have been the most appropriate way to handle the situation due to its sensitivity.
The expectancy theory suggests that managers should follow through with rewards and make sure the employee values the reward. Harkin has hinted many times that Nick will be promoted in order to make him work harder and increase his productivity. It is evident that the promotion was not fairly voted upon, which brings in the topic of distributive justice. No method was used to fairly determine who should be promoted. A solution to the level of fairness is having all the employees within the department vote on the individual that they believe deserves the position most. By having everyone participate in the voting process, it would be procedurally justified. Another method that could be used could be reviewing the performance praises of every employee within the department and seeing which individual is most appropriate and suitable for the position.
Okay. I've been in that position for 8 years now. Why would I stay here after being treated like this?
Well, because I'd make sure that nobody in the industry would ever hire you again.
Bullshit.
No, because they're going to want my letter of recommendation, right? So I'm perfectly willing to write that you are an insubordinate, dishonest drunk.
You can't do that. That's not true.
In this clip, we see Nick's boss abuse his power and authority by threatening Nick's professional career by ensuring he never finds another job in the industry. Not only is Nick trapped in a miserable workplace, he is now expected to work beyond the normal limits of his job without any hope of possible recognition or reward. This is known as Theory X because his boss is attempting to control, threaten, and potentially punish him as his main motivational method. This eliminates all motivation for Nick because his boss has removed externistic motivators that previously existed and destroyed the intrinsistic motivators that Nick initially had. By forcing Nick to remain on the esteem level, he will never be able to reach the self-actualization in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This encompasses one's ability to grow and see their true potential. Since Nick is left doing a job that does not fully utilize his skills, he will never be able to experience growth within the company. It is necessary for Nick to contact HR personnel. In an ideal world, Harkin should have never been able to put Nick in such a difficult position, yet these things still happen. It is wrong for Harkin to motivate Nick in this manner. He should use recognition and reward to motivate Nick, especially since positive reinforcement is proven to be the most effective. Therefore, Harkin should switch his mentality to Theory Y because it promotes employee commitment, responsibility, and initiative skills.
Oh yeah, we gotta trim some of the fat around here.
Trim the... What do you mean by trim the fat?
I want you to fire the fat people. What? They're lazy and they're slow and they make me sad to look at.
You can start with large Marge.
Marge, can you come in here, please?
No, Margie's not fat. She's pregnant. I'm not gonna fire her.
Well, fine. Stay where you are, Marge. Congratulations.
You can fire Professor Xavier.
Who are you talking about? You mean Hank?
Yeah. Creeps me out, rolling around all day in a special little secret chair. I know he's up to something.
I'm not gonna fire anyone.
Oh, you're not gonna fire anyone?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
You either fire the fatty, or you fire the cripple, or I fire all three of you.
This box displays a perfect example of discrimination at work. The termination of employees with no evidence on knocking performance is unethical. This can decrease employee motivation and may damage the culture of the organization as well go against the company's values. Employee motivation is negatively affected because the decision to terminate was based purely on personal perceptions and acts of discrimination, like disliking the handicapped or the physically unfit. These are not valid reasons for employee termination. No evidence can prove that they are incapable of work. The company should provide timely feedback and complete performance appraisals based on every employee's performance at work. If their performance is lacking, it is the manager's job to communicate with his or her employees, making them aware of what they need to work on, and help them improve by providing them with feedback and resources that will increase their productivity and improve their performance. If no improvement is shown, then the company has valid reasoning and proof that the employees may not be suitable for the company based on the performance appraisals. The employee will view this as procedurally fair since they were given an opportunity to improve, which will not damage the employee or an employer relation.
In conclusion to these few movie clips that represent how employee motivation is closely correlated to job performance and satisfaction, managers need to recognize that employees' motivation is key to an organization's success. Without motivation, there is no real incentive for employees to work. As a result, quality is likely to suffer. It's also important to ensure that employees are properly motivated so that the company can attract the right type of individuals. There can be huge negative repercussions if applicants find out that the morale in office is low due to poor management, negative attitude, and abuse of power. If a company becomes known for these habits, it's unlikely that they will get the best possible applicants applying for jobs. As a result, the company is likely to disappear into mediocrity.